For Louisiana versus all y'all, Jarrett Roser here with a couple of standouts from that fantastic Wossman Wildcats defense up in Monroe. We've got Jordyn Williams and Richard Wilson Jr., RJ Wilson. Guys, y'all have now back-to-back weeks shut out Carroll and Richwood. You'll have 4 shutouts on the season. Things are going pretty well. How are we doing on a Wednesday afternoon getting ready for Bass Trip and just, I mean, what's been going so well overall?
We feel good. We feel good about the game plan, just going out there and execute.
Like we've been buying into it. Coach has been saying, taking it week by week. We know how big the games are, how close we are to win the district title, and we're just keeping our eyes on the prize.
I'm not going to quiz y'all because y'all saw DeAndre and Eric go through it, but this is the first time y'all have been ranked by the LSWA since 2019. Best start since 2005 for the program was the last time that the Wildcats were 6-1 or better to start a season. What is that like? What does that mean to do some things already that haven't been done in a while? And how do you make sure that doesn't get too big and you stay focused on continuing to keep that moving forward?
It just showed that we are different Wisemen. There's a new standard, and we play to it every time we go out there on the field.
I mean, I feel like it's a great start for us. I mean, it's big to put us on notice for going into the playoffs and things like that. It also shows that we're not the same team that we were last year and things like that.
What was the process like for y'all with Coach Cahey coming in last summer and just, I mean, some new leadership with the program to embrace that, get to know each other and get on the same page to where now we're seeing some of the fruits of that work? Just take me through some of those early days of getting to know each other and what your early impressions were of him and any new coaches that were coming in with him, and what has gone so well in that relationship to set the foundation for this.
The early days, it was kind of different because we ain't never have a coach like that who just bought in and wanted the best for us. So we had to get comfortable with him. He had to get comfortable with us, but we found a common ground.
I feel like it was a little rocky at first, but I mean, I feel like to where we are now, it's been a great relationship between us and Coach Cahey. From the day he walked in, I feel like he took us under his wing, and if we just listen to him, he showed us that he can take us where we want to go.
When you mentioned it being rocky at times early on, is that some of what he was talking about with DeAndre and Eric, if he's going to get on y'all's asses a little bit?
Yeah.
What was that like early on to, I guess, how much time did it take for you to realize that what he was getting on y'all about, kind of what the end goal was to that this is what he was looking for? Did it click quickly, or did that take some okay, I need to look at myself a little bit and realize I need to change some things?
Yeah, we had to change some things. He just kept on telling us, don't listen to the tone of it. Listen to what he's saying so we could get the information that could help us play better.
I mean, it was – oh, no, never mind.
Take me into a Friday night, some of these matchups. I mentioned 4 shutouts already this season. When y'all are talking about what y'all are doing so well defensively, whether that be from an energy standpoint, schematically, where kind of the strength of this group is, and obviously I'm talking to 2 DBs, so part of that needs to be the secondary. What is standing out about this Wildcats defense that has y'all among the elite defenses in the state right now?
I think on all 3 levels, we just want to be dominant. You got the big guys up front, Big J, Broad, Fred, Keyshawn, then the middle guys, Cam, Javante, then us. We just want to be dominant. We just want to play against the top guys and just get our respect.
I feel like we're just a tough, stingy defense to come across. I mean, everybody gets to the ball. We play hard, physical. And when you got a defense like us, I mean, it's going to be hard for you to do anything. Like J-Dub said, we got a great D-line. So the run stuff is going to be there. Then when they give off a great pass rush, that creates opportunity for us in the secondary to get turnovers and things like that.
Y'all did a great job of jumping ahead, because if you didn't mention some of those teammates in the trenches, I was going to ask you, kind of shout them out a little bit. So good job covering those bases. Y'all have had shutouts at home. You had one a couple weeks ago, not too far from home. I mean, right across the way at Carroll High. What is more fun, to have a shutout at home where the home crowd is getting excited and being a part of it, or to go to another team's place and take their crowd out of it?
I think each and every game is just fun, but just period. Like, we just want to dominate wherever we go. We want to leave our mark.
In my opinion, I feel like going to Carroll and leaving them 38-0, taking the fans out of it, taking the team out of it, just jumping on them early, killing their momentum, and keeping our foot on the necks. I feel like that was pretty fun for us.
For fans outside of Monroe, tell them a little bit about that rivalry. I mean, you can mention some Wossman-Richwood stuff as well, but that Wossman-Carroll rivalry was one that I pretty much circled on my calendar for any jamboree or regular season matchup. That was where I was going to be that week of the season. And Coach Zimmerman and Coach Hamilton used to talk about the Hatfields and McCoys and all this stuff of kind of like the neighboring communities getting into it. What is a win like that a couple weeks ago, RJ, that you were just talking about? I mean, what's an atmosphere like at those games, and what does that mean in a rivalry matchup like that?
I mean, I feel like it's a very big game. You know, you have people coming from all across, not even people from Wossman or Carroll come to the game, different people from different schools and like that come in, and, you know, have they people behind them, our crowd behind us. You know, a lot of cheapness going on during the game and through social media throughout the week. So I feel like when the time comes and the light shines, it just depends on who's going to come out victorious, who's going to play hard.
Have we seen you guys reach your potential yet? And I'm assuming you're going to say no. And so tell me, what more are we going to see from y'all now the rest of this way? What are those next steps to y'all as a defense and y'all as a team? How much more can we see from this Wossman group?
Just being more stingy, just taking the players away, just give them no life.
Nah, we haven't reached our true potential yet. You know, the goal for us, not saying that we don't take bachelor shares, but you know, the goal for us is to win district and make a deep run in the playoffs. Hopefully, go to the dome. So I mean, we haven't until we put everything together. I mean, we're gonna ultimately get our goal.
You guys hearing from some colleges a little bit, and you know, if so, who and what have they had to say, and if not, what do you want colleges to know about y'all as young men and young football players?
A couple of JUCOs. I just want them to know that I'm hungry. I'm a competitive guy. I like to get after it each and every play.
With me, I talked to a few coaches, Grambling, a little bit of connections with Tech, Tulane, schools like that. But other than that, I want coaches to know, like, I'm a very humble child. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to win and get on the field and be able to play at that next level and things like that.
Coach, talk about these gentlemen.
Yeah, man. I mean, same thing. I wouldn't bring them in front of you if I didn't think they were worthy. You know, Jordan, 3.8, you know, kid, I think 4.0 right now at the moment. You know, the brother of Jordyn Williams, who, you know, everybody knows, who kind of always gets the short end of it, literally. But just a worker, man. I mean, led us in tackles a year ago. You know, I think has 9 interceptions over his high school, maybe 10 last week, or a couple weeks ago might have been 10. You know, just what he doesn't have in speed, I think that's the knock on him. But, man, a great guy in the open field, can cover one-on-one, can play zone, plays offense for us, and literally is the leader of the defense on the back end, who I don't understand why, I'm being totally honest, but it'll come. You know, like I tell him, just keep your head down. You know, it's a different day and age with the portal and all that, so, you know, we're trying to find ways to navigate around it. But, I mean, his numbers have spoke for themselves. Every big game he shows up, and, you know, I don't have to worry about him performing. And then, you know, Richard is the guy that does it all. You know, I think he's returned the kickoff, should have had a punt return, had a couple of catches for touchdowns, you know, rushes for touchdowns, 4 interceptions. I mean, forced fumble, you name it, he's done it. Went from safety, you know, was like, Coach, I'll play corner this year. You know, he plays corner for us. Has literally locked down that side of the field, you know, for the whole season. And when we needed him the most in every one of those moments, he stepped up and he's been there. So I think these are definitely 2 young men who are collegiate athletes who can play at the next level. And more than anything, like I said about the other two, just great guys. Like, you don't have to worry about, is he going to get in trouble? You don't have to worry about, will he be there? You know, or is he dependable? Like, both of these guys come to work every day.
Good deal. Gentlemen, I certainly appreciate y'all. For anyone that hasn't tuned in or paid attention to what y'all are doing up there yet, what's your message to folks around the state that are just starting to kind of realize, okay, Wossman's sitting there at 6-1 and a ranked team, and just kind of where y'all are and what y'all hope to accomplish?
Just keep watching. We just getting started, man.
Stay tuned and don't take us lightly.
There you go. Again, he's Coach Terrence Cahey in the back there, Jordyn Williams up here, senior safety closer to the screen, and Richard Wilson Jr. Now at corner over there to the right. The Wossman Wildcats 6-1 on the season thus far, heading to Bastrop on Friday night. And for Louisiana versus all y'all, Jerry Roser.
Thank you.
Thanks.